Hi, Joe Garma Health. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to relieve two chronic conditions, tennis and golfer's elbow. These are conditions where the muscles and tendons in the wrists and in the elbow are very tight, and they're tight in a chronic way. You can't seem to get relief. My guide in this is the Venerable Dr. Ben Kim. He wrote an article in his own blog that's kind of guiding this technique, and if you want to read more about it, go to my blog if you're not on it already viewing this video, garmahealth.com, search for tennis or golfer's elbow, and there'll be a link to his website and his article, although there I will summarize what I'm speaking about right now as well. Now, the most obvious thing to do when you have any chronic condition is don't do what caused the chronic condition. In this case, gripping or lifting things with your forearms. But if you're like me and you're active, you have an exercise routine or your work requires gripping and lifting, that's unlikely to happen. So let's look at an active way of stretching and massaging to relieve this chronic condition known as tennis and or golfer's elbow. For those who don't know already, tennis elbow is the tightness mostly in the outside of the elbow, perhaps down the forearm into the wrist. Golfer's elbow is the opposite, maybe in the inside of the wrist, up the forearm to the inside of the elbow. Okay, so let's look how to relieve these things. For a tennis elbow, you want to turn your wrist in. You curl it as a fist, turn it in, and massage down here. So one way of doing that is to lean against the wall, right? And then to press with your hands all along the forearm where it's tight. Okay? All along the forearm where it's tight. Making this motion tenses the muscles and the tendons, and that allows them to be prominent for your massage. And you can do this several times a day. For golfer's elbow, it's the opposite. You turn your hand around and down, again against the wall, and then you can turn this way to make it a little bit easier to manipulate, and you press all the way down with your thumb, with your fingers, whatever is easier, down the forearm. To increase the stretch, you can just incrementally raise the forearm. There's more stretch there than when I was lower there. And again, get in there. Now, if you don't feel like leaning against the wall all the time, you can do something a little different. You can get down on the ground. For those of you who do push-ups or yoga, etc., if you're down here already, you can do the same idea. You can take one arm at a time, grip, or just hold it out like that, and go down, squeezing. I find this to be a little painful because my forearms are so tight. And then for golfer's elbow this way, and as you lean back, you accentuate the stretch, and you go down. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Go to it. If you're on Garma Health, leave some comments about how this worked for you.